2,000 years later.
What's this video?
Rolling? Yeah. Oh. Hi guys, this is Dr. Rack. I'm just here to tell you that microwaves are bad. Don't do them. I don't care. Don't put your chicken in there. Don't do anything, okay? It's bad. Don't do it. Let's move. We're getting out of here. This is dangerous.
Besides the Good Bear suicide, this video has just gone viral regarding radiation. Let's go talk to Nayel to get some more information.
Thank you, Gina. Here we have with us Dr. Ma'am? What's your name?
My name?
Yes.
Dr. Rich Chiga.
Dr. Rich Chiga to tell us more about radiation. So what do you have to say?
Can you just play my video I made earlier?
Okay, let's just play the video. Play the video.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rich Chiga, and so I'm here to explain more about radiation. So what exactly is radiation? Radiation is the release of energy in forms of moving waves or streams of particles. So there are different types and levels of radiation. So the low level includes microwaving or cell phone radiation, and high levels of radiation are kind of like X-rays and cosmic rays. So the low radiations are known as non-ionizing radiation, and the high levels of radiation are called ionizing radiation. So in chemistry back then, we learned that unstable atoms become radioactive atoms, and in order to become stable again, they release as much energy as possible, and through this process, it would be called radioactive decay. And so through radioactive decay, over an amount of time called a half-life, they would lose their radioactivity. So there are three types of radiation. First is alpha radiation, where they have a high energy, typically in electrovolts range, but due to their large mass, they are stopped by just a few inches of air or a piece of paper. The next type is called beta radiation, and these are fast-moving electrons, and since electrons are lighter than helium atoms, they are able to penetrate further through several feet of air, several millimeters of plastic or less of very light. And lastly, there are gamma rays or gamma radiation. In gamma rays, they're kind of like photons, and they're just like light. Depending on their energy, they can be stopped by a thin piece of aluminum foil, or they can penetrate several inches of lead. But what does this mean? So technically it means that people are exposed to a natural amount of radiation every day in their lives, which accounts for 2 to 3 millisieverts a year. And sieverts are a unit of energy, and the average amount of accumulated background radiation dose to an individual for a year exclusive to radon in the United States. So large doses of radiation or acute radiation exposure destroys the central nervous system, red and white blood cells, which compromises the immune system, leaving the victim unable to fight off infections. Microwaves give off radiation, but in low amounts of radiation exposures over time has damaging effects. Sunshine is one type of familiar forms of radiation. It delivers light, heat, and suntans while enjoying it, but we also control our exposure to it. So beyond ultraviolet radiation from the sun are higher energy levels, higher kinds of radiation, which are used in medicines and which we all get in low doses from space, from the air, and from the earth and rocks. Collectively, we also refer to these kinds of radiation as ionizing radiation, since it can cause damage to matter, particularly living tissues at high levels. It is therefore dangerous, so it is necessary to control our exposure. However, small amounts of radiation, such as microwaves, will not cause much harm at all. So you won't die. You're welcome. Bye. Rich Chiga out.
Thank you, Dr. Rich Chiga. Now,
Wait, what? Oh, okay.
thank you.
Go
Thank
on.
you. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay.
Now back to you, Gina.
Thank you, Nayeli. You saw it here, folks. I'm Gina, and this is DEF News. DEF News.
Still gonna die.
Regarding radiation. Let's go talk to Dr. Nayeli.
Thank you. Let's move. We're getting out of here. This is dangerous.
No. Okay, just cut this part out.
Wait, listen.
Oh! Whoa! Sorry, I can't keep it up for that long. But
Let's ask some strangers. What do you think of radiation?
Bad?
Mom, I'm on TV.